Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Python Bootcamp series. This is a series where I am covering Python language from the very scratch, and thus there are no prerequisites. Like if you are totally beginner to coding, then you can also start with series. And we have successfully completed sessions of this series already, and this is the fourth session. So please be seated and watch this session very carefully. And one gentle reminder that I always give before my each and every video is that if you have not watched the earlier sessions, the three sessions that I have posted earlier to this, then please go and watch them first because it is a continued series. And if you have not watched them, then you will not be able to understand this session. So now, without wasting any further time, let's directly jump into the presentation. Just a second. Yes. So yes, in today's session, we are going to cover about strings and lists. So what are these strings and lists and how they are different from each other? We are going to cover all of them. So yes, as always, let us begin our session with a positive quote which says, we may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. See, there are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of hurdles in your life. There will be a lot of stages that will be coming that will be resisting you from doing something that will be trying to defeat you. But the only things matter that you trust the process and don't give up, and hence you should not be defeated. So with this, let us begin with the session. So first we are going to see that what are the things that we will be covering in this session. First, we will be understanding what are strings. Then we will be seeing what are lists, and after indexing and slicing, which is very, very important topic when it comes to strings, lists, and all these data types. After that, we will be having some practice questions. And I have one practice question that we have already learned in the previous lecture, that some we have to take a three-digit integer and we have to perform the sum of its digits, individual digits. So as I have promised in that video, I have done it using integers, and now we will be doing it by using list, which is a very important thing to do. Not by list, by strings. Yes. So strings can be defined as So first we will be seeing how we can define strings. So in total, there are three methods to define a string in Python. What are those? One is we can use this double inverted commas. Second is we can use single inverted commas. And third is we can use this triple inverted commas also. Also, this one is not that much usable. It's not that much advisable to do because it uses three inverted commas. So no need to do that. So why we have, first let us see that why we have three types of inverted commas to use, because we can only use one. So there's a single reason that, suppose if I am defining a string named S, and my string is Gursimran, the string is Gursimran's world. See, now this single apostrophe is part of my string. So it is totally valuable. Now see, if I will be having only single inverted comma to use in order to define my string, then this will throw an error because I am defining my strings using a single inverted comma, and there's one more single a single apostrophe inside my string. So it will be throwing me an error because the interpreter will not be able to comprehend that. So for that reason, if we in simpler words, if we want to use single inverted comma or apostrophe inside of a string, then we will be using double inverted comma to define the string. And if I want to say, let us say, he said anything, let us say, hello. Now I am using double inverted commas inside my string, so I can't use double inverted commas to define the string. So instead, what I will be doing, I will be defining my I will be defining my content in single inverted comma because I have a need to use the double inverted comma inside my string. So that's the basic use, that why we have different types of inverted commas and different types of commas allowed to define a string. So it is very important that you learn how to define a string. After that, there are few properties of strings. First is concatenation. Now, what is concatenation? See, it's a very simple property. We had already learned about arithmetic operators. What are arithmetic operators? Basically, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, those things. Now, here in concatenation, we especially talk about addition. If, for example, if I am doing any addition operation in integers, for instance, I am running a command 2 plus 3, then it will be returning me 5. But what if I run the same plus operator, the same addition operator on strings? What if I do this with strings? Then what will happen, as here I have defined two variables. One is x, which is the string hello, and another variable is y, which is again a string hello. And now I am adding both of them. What will be the resultant? I don't know why this arrow had shifted towards upward, but it is actually here. Just cut this arrow. Then it will be adding both of them. See, I have written x plus y. So first x, which is hello, will be printed hello. And after that, y, world. And remember, there is not any space in between them. If I want a space in between them, then what I will be doing? I will be writing it like, see, I will be doing x so that my hello can be there. After that, addition, I'm adding it, right? Addition, a space, okay? Then I will be adding y to it. Then my output will be hello world with a space between them. So this is all about concatenation. Now, what is now? What if we use multiplication operators? So first of all, we can't use multiplication operator as in here. For example, here we are using addition operator between both the strings. Addition operator requires two operands and both the operands are string. X is also, let me take the pointer, see, and red pointer. Here, X is also a string and Y is also a string. We are doing this addition operation with two operands, both of them are strings. And in this case, we are doing addition operation and both the operands are strings. But when we perform multiplication operation, we either we can do it with using two of the integers only. Let me do it here. If I do 2 asterisk, which is multiplication 3, then it will be returning me 6. Either I can do it by using both of the integers, or I can use just one string. I can't do it between both the strings. What I mean that here I am using x also a string and y also a string. I can't write x multiplication y because both of them are strings here. So it is not defined. Instead, what we can do, we can take one string and one integer as given here. X is a string and y is an integer, and we are performing multiplication of them. So it is returning us, it is giving me this hello, hello, hello thrice because I am multiplying hello with 3. I'm multiplying x with y, x is hello and y is 3. So I am doing hello into 3. So it is returning me hello thrice. I hope this is clear. Is there? I hope this is clear to everyone. There are no doubts as of now. So let us begin with. So that's all about strings, the basic strings, because that's more than enough that you should be knowing about strings. Now let us move to list. As we have seen how to define strings first, now we will be seeing how to define lists first. After that, we will be seeing the other things about lists. So list is also primitive data type. What is primitive data type? Which is already defined. We don't have a need to define that. Same as string. So how a list is defined? In order to define a list, we have to use this curly, not curly, this square bracket. And in between that, we will be writing our content. The list is a collection of observations or collection of data. For example, here I'm writing one, then this is my one data. After that, I will be separating them using a comma, two, then three, then four, and five. There's no need of, there's no, not any limit that how much characters you can have in a list. It's not that you can only can have integers in that, you can have float values also. You can have strings inside list. For example, I can have hello, which is a string, by the way, and I am having it inside my list. It is also totally fine. And not only this, I can also have a list inside list, as I am having a list of, let us say, odd numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. These are odd numbers, and I am having a list of odd numbers. And I am also having a list of even numbers, which are 2, 4, then 6, 8, 10, and so on. So here, this is a list. Let me take another marker. This is a list which is having two lists inside it. It is also possible. Now concatenation. Similarly, as we have done concatenation for strings, similarly it is also valid for list. How? I am defining two lists. X is 1, 2, 3. Y is 4, 5, 6. So X plus Y will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Both of them got added. They have come across in a single list. And I don't know why these all arrows have been transferred from its original location where they are supposed to be. I don't know that. And one more thing, all of them which we are doing, whether they're string or list, we are not changing the original string or original list. What does it mean? Let me jump into the code. As my X is, let us say, a list of 1, 2, 3, and we have to separate them by a comma, right? And my Y is a string of hello. So if I'm doing multiplication of them, X into, not multiplication, let us do, yeah, let us do multiplication. X into 3. We want to print it. Print X into 3. And if we will be printing X also, now see what will happen. Just a second. Yes. Although it had been written thrice 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But there are no changes that had been made in X. So the changes are not getting saved inside as X, rather they are just being performed as a function. Now function we will be covering in our upcoming lectures. But this work will be performed, and the changes are not saved inside the original. Changes are not saved inside the original data type. Just a second. Just let me open that file again. Give me a second. I'm creating that file lecture 4 again. Lecture4.py. Again, py extension is very much important. Okay. And similarly, lists can also be added as we have multiplied as we have seen now. I'm multiplying the list by 3, then it will be implemented 3 times. It will be printed 3 times, and there's a mistake here that this comma will not be there. Add one more mistake. I don't know why it had happened. I think while exporting this PPT, there had been a glitch. This will not be there. Now, we have covered both lists and we have covered both list and string. So I hope there is no doubt till this. If there is still any doubt in list and string, you just should rewind the video and watch it again. Now we will be doing understanding about length function. Then we will be seeing indexing and slicing, which is a very important Python, which are very important in Python because there will not be any question from strings and list during 95% of the chances. I'm not saying 100% of the time, but during majority of time, more than 90% of time, the question from list and string can't be made without using slicing and indexing. So what are that? After that, we will be understanding that. Let me just dive into the presentation again. What is length function now? This length, len. See, if I write length function, then apply braces. And inside this, I will be writing any string name, any string name. It will be giving me the number of characters of that string. And similarly, if I write length function, apply braces, and inside that I am writing any list, then it will be giving me the number of characters in that list. Now, what does it mean? Let us implement it. It means if I have a string hello, not hello, yeah, hello, and I have a list 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, and here I am just closing this. Now, if I am printing, I'm printing length of st, and similarly, I am printing length of li. Now, what will be they returning to me? So see here, let me just zoom in. Now hello have only 5 characters. One is H, then E, then L, then L, then O. Hello. So it length of st length of this string will be giving me 5, the number of characters, which are of number of characters of hello. Let me just write it here. See, if my string is hello, then I'm counting H is 1, E is 2, this L is 3, this L is 4, and this O is 5. So it will be returning me 5. Similarly, in this example, my list have 9 items. So it will be returning me 9. Let me implement it. What does happen? Just let me try and run the code. Okay. So first it is written 5 and then 9 as expected. And if I write hello world, now how much characters should be there? Hello have 5, world have 5, and this space. So in total 11 should be there. 11 and then 9. List is having 9 only because we have not manipulated that. So this will be done like this. I hope this is clear. I want to clear this. Okay. I hope this is clear to everyone. Now, indexing. Most important part. Indexing. What is indexing? Forget about this chart first. Let us see. We have a string. That string is hello. Now I will be giving I nearly 5 to 10 minutes easily here because this is a very important topic to understand. If my string is hello, then I can do indexing. What is indexing? I can name the individual character alphabet of this string. What does it mean? I can give us, it's like a role, assigning a roll number to each digit. Because if I will be writing this string is X, and whenever I have to use this string, I will be using X and I will be retrieving that entire string, which is hello. What if I only want to use a substring, a small part of that string? If I only want to access this H first character, then what will be I doing? There's a method of numbering these characters, not only in string, but also in list. We will be seeing for both of them, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Always remember that indexing starts from 0. So I hope this entire hello, this chart visible. I hope it's so. So I hope that now this first row is clear to everyone that what does it mean. I have started this indexing from 0 and it is going up to the length of this string. H is 0, E is 1, L is 2, L is 3. Spaces are also included in the length function also. And when we are in doing indexing, then also this is space is included. And one more thing, that we can do reverse indexing also, and it starts from -1. Like if I have to access the digits from last, then I will be naming it from here: -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, minus, and so on. And remember, this will be starting from -1. Now how will be I using it? Let us just dive into the code. To use them, I will be writing, suppose I want to print the st, but I only want to print its first character. So what I will be doing, I will be writing its first index. Always remember that first index is 0. So it will be giving me h. Let us see. It will give me h. It is not allowed. What? Why it is not allowed? Just a second. It will give me h. See, it have given me h. And what if I write print? Similarly, I can do it with list also. I want suppose this. So which index will be this? This will be 0. This will be 1. This will be 2. So if I write here 2, then it will be giving me 3. See, for this statement, I'm getting h. And for this statement, I'm getting 3. Now, how this is working, let me just tell you again. I am using a, let me use a pen. I write the name of the string, which is st, or name of the list, which is li, and then I use this square bracket, and inside this square bracket I will be mentioning the index, which here I want is 0. Okay, and in order to print it, I will enclose in this bracket, and I will use a print statement outside this. Print. Okay, so this is how it is working. Similarly, it works for string. Similarly, it works for list. I hope that now this is clear, because after this, we are going to do slicing. Slicing is more important, not more, equally important than this. But slicing will be only clear that when you are crystal clear with indexing. Now, what is slicing? See, here we are retrieving individual index. Now, what we know is if I want to print this entire string or entire list, I can directly print it by printing and closing it, and inside it I can give it name st or li, and I can print or retrieve its individual index, which is either h or e or l space or this w or in this any number. But what if I want to retrieve a substring or a chunk, like if I want if I want to print this first three digits simultaneously, if I want to retrieve a group of this list, or not only this, if I want to just retrieve 2, 4, 6, and 8, then what should I do? In those scenarios, I will be using slicing. Now, how slicing works? First, we will be first let us see the syntax. After that, we will be covering that. First, we will be writing, if we are using it in string, then string name. And if we are using it with list, then list name. Using that curly in square braces, you can see that in the beginning and in the end of the command. And inside it, what we will be writing? We will be writing first the starting index, and then the this colon. It is very important. Then the ending index, and then again colon, and after that we will be writing the interval length. Now, what both all three of them means? If we want to print a part of a string, first we will be writing the starting index. If I want to print this hello, then I want to start my the printing from this zeroth index. H is at zeroth index. So in that case, my starting index will be 0. And I want to print till O. So what is the index of my O? So zero index, first, second, third, fourth. So the fourth index. Now, what is the problem? Not the problem. How this command works. When I write this, the starting index is included. What does it mean? If I write that I want it from zero, starting index as zero, then zeroth index, which is h in this case, will be included. But this ending index is not included. What does it mean? For example, if I write 4 and on fourth index I have 0, but then O will not be included. Now I know that all of the things will not be, you will not be able to understand this. What I want to say is just implement it using statement. If I will be printing st, I want to print hello. I am using 0, and after that, if I will be writing 4, save it and run it. What I am getting hell. T. I have written 0 and zeroth index is H. It got printed, means it is included. And what is fourth index? O. Fourth index is not included. Actually, this much part had been, not this much, just a second. This much part had been printed. Now, what does it mean? This index, the ending index, is not included. In order to print hello, here I have to write 5 because this space is at fifth index. So this space will not be included, but everything prior to this will be included. Now let me just save and run it. What happened? Just let me run it. It is not being executed. Just let me open my C. Now, hello had been implemented. And what if, now what is this? Just a second. What is this interval length? Now I can also manipulate that. What does it mean? Now it is printing HELLO. But the here interval length is 1. Means how this statement actually works is, if I write this, if I write the statement that I am running currently, st 0 colon 5. What does that statement do? It first prints zeroth index, then it will print first index, then it will print second index, then it will be printing my third index. After that, it will be printing my fourth index, and after that, it will be stopping because fifth index is not included. So what this is doing? This is just increasing the index by 1. Same here, it is increasing the index by 1. And similarly after that also. But what if I want to just skip one in one or more integers index? Then what will be I doing? Then I will be changing my interval length. See here, I have not typed my interval length. Then it is understood by the interpreter that it will be taking it as 1. What if I write it as 2? So it will be, instead of increasing the index by 1, it will be increasing the index by 2 and hence skipping one value. The HLO. First H got printed, E got skipped, then L got printed, then this L got skipped, then O got printed. Are you getting this? So similarly, I can do it. I can write 3, 4, 5, whatever your desire is. But if I don't write it, it is understood that we have to do it till the end, very end. And if I don't write this, the ending index also, then it is understood that we have to run the command till the very last index. And if I don't write starting index also, then it is also understood that we have to implement it till the very last index. Okay, so this is how slicing works. I hope that all of the things that we have covered so far, which are strings, lists, and slicing indexing, are clear. If not clear, then just pause the video, watch it again with the calm and refreshed minds. Have some snacks before and then watch it again. If you are still not able to understand that, then feel free to post a comment and I will be happy enough to solving your doubts. Let us just move back to the presentation. And now see the practice questions. Now, before seeing the practice questions, you probably might be thinking what is the difference between lists and string apart from the way of defining them, because we define strings by using inverted commas and we define list by using those square brackets. But what is the actual difference? The actual difference is mutability. Now, what is mutability? We are going to understand that now. Now, here I come with my first practice question, which is mutability. We have to check the mutability of a string and a list. Now, what is mutability? You don't know that, and how you will be checking that? Because I want all of you to run this, to learn this through a question. So we will be understanding this concept of mutability through a question, and only because we are not taking slides of it and not trying to understand using slides, it doesn't mean that it is not an important topic. Trust me, it's a very, very, very important topic. Mutability. It's a very important topic. After this, we will be also covering dictionaries, sets, tuples. There also, it is very important to understand what is mutability. So let us move to the presentation and understand mutability. Forget about presentation. Let us understand using code only. See, I have defined a string and I have defined a list. If I want to access a if I want to access the any index of this string, then I can simply access that. See, here I have written fourth index, fourth is 0. Oh, but what if I want to redefine it? Means I want to change my list from hello world to hello world without space. I want to eliminate this. Now, see, here if I am accessing 5, then it is a blank because 5 is blank. Fifth index is blank. Now, if I instead of this, I will be trying to define instead of this blank, I want a underscore. This is not allowed. And why it is not allowed? It will throw an error. The error will be like index reassigning is not possible, something like that. Yeah, string object does not support item assignment. What does it mean? We can't reassign it. We can't take a single index and redefine it and manipulate it. It means it is not mutable. Just a second. What had slideshow from beginning? Just a second, guys. It means strings are not mutable. I am writing the answer here. Strings are not mutable. What does it mean? We can't redefine a string. As we have seen here, it is not possible to redefine a single index of a string, which is strings are not mutable. Strings, I'm writing the answer here. Strings are not mutable. Mutable. Strings are not mutable. While lists are. When it comes about lists, they are mutable. This is the conclusion of this question. Lists are mutable. This is very important. Now, what does this mean? This mean that instead of this, if I access li, and after that I will be printing li, and before this also I will be printing li. Now see the difference, guys. Before redefining it, it is printing, giving me the original string, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And when I have defined it fifth index as underscore, what is fifth index? This sixth number. Then it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are same. It had replaced that sixth index with underscore. Now this will throw an error or not. Let us check. This will throw an error because defining any string element without inverted commas is not allowed. So it had been changed. It means lists are mutable. So I hope this thing is clear to everyone that lists are mutable and strings are not mutable. Because this is very much important to understand in itself. Again, I'm telling lists are mutable and strings are not mutable only because strings can't be redefined or individual index of strings can't be redefined, but individual index of lists can be redefined. Not only individual index, a slice, a substring, or a sub list can be redefined. Sub list can be redefined, substring can't be redefined. What does it mean? Right. Uh, Here I am talking about the individual index, the indexing part. But if I will take a slice by using this slicing method, then also it can be redefined. The slice can also be redefined in case of a list, and it is not redefined in case of a string. I hope this is very much clear. Now check whether a string is palindrome or not. Print reverse of a string. Before this, these questions have been twisted. Let us first do print reverse of a string, and we will be seeing the same thing for string and list, both of them. Okay. Let us define a list. Not let us define a list. Let us take a input string as the input. St is equals to input and enter the string. And after this, we will be reverse underscore st. We will be defining that and we will be printing that also. So I hope this much question is clear. Although we have not come across the solution, but I hope this much concept is clear. So now how we will be changing it, how we'll be reversing the string. Now what I want is, for example, if my string is hello, if my user gives me hello, then the thing that I want to get printed is why this is coming. Okay, then the thing that I want to print it is this, the reverse of this. Now how we will be doing that? In order to do that, we will be using slicing. But how? See, very much carefully. I will be taking st, which is my original input string. And again, before watching the tutorial of this question, first try to solve it by yourself. Just pause the video, try to solve it by yourself. If you are not able to do so, then come back to my video and watch the solution. And if it is correct, well and good. And if it is not, then see and observe where the things are getting wrong, where you are facing any difficulty. Try to solve them by yourself, and you can also post the comments of your doubts. I'm free. I'm always happy enough to solve your doubts. So let us do that thing. In order to reverse that, we will be taking the slicing part. But how? Now see me carefully. What I had done. I have done slicing, that much is clear. And I have keep this starting index part empty, ending index part empty, and I have only defined the step size, which is -1. Now what does it mean? If I define the step size as 1, it adds one index. If I write it as 2, it adds two index, skipping one index. But what if I write it -1? Then it starts from the very back and minuses it. If I write -2, then starts from the back, print the digits by skipping one. And why I have skipped these starting and ending index? It means if I'm using -1 as my step size, it means I wanna go reverse, and the interpreter is so smart and encoded in that way that it interprets it by itself that we wanna go reverse because we have taken the step size as a negative integer. Now what will it do? Because we want to do reverse, so it takes a starting index as the last index from the very, it will start from very last, and ending index as the very first index that it will end till the very beginning. Similarly, if I don't write this step size, then it will be taking starting from the very first index and going till the ending index. It is also interpreted, and if I write -1 as step size, then it will start from the end and end at the start, beginning. It is also interpreted by the system interpreter. Now let me run it. Just wait. Yeah, enter the string. For example, my string is Gursimran. And there's some problem that is coming. Let us eliminate this input. But my system is not coming well. Just if I write Gursimran, what is this? Then see, it had printed it in reverse order. Now, if I want to do it with a list, then what will by I doing? I will be defining it as li. This should also be li. This is li. This is again li. And I can define a list. What will be I doing? I will be just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now run it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See, it is clear. Now let us try to do it by taking input again, enter the list. And here I give my input as 1, 3, 4, 7, 6, anything. Then command not found. Why input command is not running today? Uh, Okay, forget about this. This is how things work. So this is how we can do reversing. The only thing we have to do is set my step size as -1. And if we want to do reverse of a string and at the same time we want it to skip one index, then we will take it as -2. And if we want to skip two index, then we will take it as -3 and so on and so forth. So let us see our next question. What happened with my slideshow? Now we will see. Now, my next question is check whether a string is a palindrome or not. Now, for those, now my next question is check whether a string is a palindrome or not. And for those who don't know what is an palindrome, so let me just tell him palindrome is nothing but a word which is equal if I read it from front ways also and back ways also. What does it mean? For example, here I write a word, let us say Malayalam. Now, first, see, I don't want to defame any community or any language. I'm just taking it as an example. It's a gentle disclaimer that please take it as any offense. Although I am not speaking any offensive, but still. Now, see, if read it from here, it is Malayalam, Malayam. And if I do it backwards, like I write this letter M in the beginning, and after that, from last, if I read, there is this A and then L. So I write A, then L, then there is again A, again then Y, then A, then L, then A, N, M. See, this is reverse of each other. And if both of them are equal, then it is an palindrome. Now, just let us write a program to check it is whether a given string is palindrome or not. So how we will be checking that? For that, let us take any string. Mm, And see, this same code is applicable for list also. Suppose that string is hello. And after that, take reverse of that string, and how to do the reverse of that string that I had already just told. Do slicing, take step size as -1. After that, check that whether they are equal or not. What I will be doing, I hope this is understandable. I am checking that whether they are equal or not. I am running that C. It is returning false. Why false? Because hello, and when it will be reversed, it will be something like all e hill. See, it will be returning me this. And this hello and this OAL is not equal. So hence it is not an palindrome. Whereas if I edit this Malayalam and just let me change my code a bit, I will write the given string is an palindrome like this. And then this. Now run it. See, true. It is giving me true because now my given string is an palindrome. Again, true. Now, let us move to our next question, which is reverse of a list. We have already done this. Now, take a three-digit number as input and print the sum of digits. Now, this is a very interesting and very important question at the same time, as I had already discussed it in my previous lectures using integer method. Now, we will be doing it using string, and trust me, it is very easy because a lot of you had already faced a difficulty while solving it using numbers because it is difficult to understand those arithmetic operators, modulus, division, subtraction, addition, and all coming up at the same time. But trust me, when we are now gonna do it using this strings, it will be much more easier to do that. So I will advise to do it with this. And if in your personal case, because your personal case is totally reserved up to you, you find it easier to do it with numbers, with integers, that arithmetic operators, then do it with that. If you find that easier, then do it with that. If you find it easier with strings, then do it with strings. But one thing that I want from all of you to try is to solve these questions with both the methods. What I'm saying, solve this same question using both the methods and then choose which one suits you. Just don't be, I will be choosing this or I will be choosing that. First, let us just trust the process and try both of them. Then try and choose one of them. Then choose one of them. Back to presentation. Now, how to do that? First of all, let me just define a number. Number is 1, 2, 3, for example. And now I want my 100 place, I want my tens place, and I want my ones place separated. Those who are not understanding, those who are not understanding this thing because they have not watched the numbers. How to do this question using numbers. So this much part is common between both of them. So first go and watch that session as I have told numerous number of times earlier also. I'm telling it now also that please first go and watch it using that. After that, you will be understanding. Just a second. How to do it using strings. After that, what we will be doing, we will be defining add as 100 plus 10 plus 1. And then we will be printing that add. Now, how we will be taking both of them. So first we will convert this number into string. We will be, let us name it as st. St is str of num. As I have already told you how to do the typecasting. Again, we have done this in the previous lectures. So this is the point of time when you will be needing the knowledge from previous lectures. So please go and watch them. Don't ignore them. So how I will be taking 100? See, 100th digit is always the first digit. Or if when in case I have converted it to string, then it will be like this. Now it will be like this, 1, 2, 3. Now this one is always its as at its zeroth index. Then what I will be doing, I will be writing it as st index 0. I hope this is understandable. And similarly, for my 10th place, I will be writing st first index. And for this, I will be writing it as st second index. I hope this is clear. But one thing that will come is when I add all of them, I want one to be here, not open. When I add both of the all of them, then it will be returning me the answer in a string only, adding both of them. So what I will be doing, I will be typecasting them in integers, and then I will be adding their sum. I will be doing their sum. I hope this is clear. I hope this is clear to everyone. Just let me run this code. See, 6. Because 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equals to 6. So let us take some other number also. As of now, like 4, 5, 3. Any random number. So answer is 12. Why? Because 4 plus 5 is 9 and 9 plus 3 is 12. So this question has been also completed. So that has been all for today's session. We have covered lists and strings also, which are very much important. And uh, in our next session, I will be covering conditionals, which is my personal favorite topic. And why it is my personal favorite, that you will be only getting to know when you will be watching that session. So if so far you have faced any difficulty throughout the series, I'm again saying to all of you, just post the comments under any video. I always read the comment section. And if there will be any doubt, I will be solving that. So that's all for today's session. That's all for today's video. We will be meeting in another video. Till then, take care and bye bye.